Welcome back to another video. This will be a follow-up, and I'm going to compare Viscom with Tripo regarding 3D generative AI capabilities. So this will be a case study Mecanum wheel. We have over here the possibility to generate a 3D detail sharp, detail smooth, and multi-view. And in this case, I added the same images like within Tripo. So this will be the left view, the back view, the right view, and the front view. And Tripo outputted this model where we see that the orientation of those rollers are pretty well defined within a circular array. Now let's take a look over here at Viscom. So this will be the first multi-image generated. And if you're going to rotate, we're going to see how Viscom didn't really understand the shape of those wheels. So we see over here the orientation is a little bit off. Now, within this one, again, the same problem. So the rollers of the wheels are not well defined. If I will only select this perspective view and I will have this described, we're going to see that Viscom will see this as a futuristic turbine with 12 elongated oval blades. So it doesn't really understand that this is a Mecanum wheel. So Mecanum wheel. If I would generate one with this Mecanum wheel added over here, I'm really curious if it will manage to create something similar to a Mecanum wheel. And I'm pretty sure that it will. But we see that directly this was identified as a turbine. Maybe it saw some elements that are quite similar. So we see over here that with a palette of Viscom General at 100%, we have the following outputs. So we see those roller quite well defined. If I will change the influence to 80% and I will hit generate again, let's see how that shape will also be changed now. But the main problem for the tool that generates a 3D model is that it doesn't really use those wheels, those reference image really well to define the wheels. So we have over here the images, and as we can see, this will be a lot better since it will follow those. Now, I also use this perspective image to generate the following output. So this is the first one. This was the detail sharp. And again, we see how poorly the alignment went over here. And this will be using the sharp, the detail smooth in this case. And this is the model that managed to, let's say, recreate that circular pattern. It's not perfect, as we see it over here. This is not well aligned. But other than that, we see that those rollers are pretty good defined. One thing that it managed to do a little bit better than Tripo is over here for the inner hub. As we can see, this is a little better defined than the one over here within Tripo. So if I'm going to take down the texture, we're going to see that the mesh underneath will have those ribs added over here. But within the texture, some of those will be doubled in this case. The same onto the other side, while for the model in Viscom, we're going to see that this will be the output. If I will also take down the texture, we're going to see that those are a little bit better defined within Viscom. Maybe the distribution is not that well defined, but the number of those and the thickness of those are a little bit better defined. Now, as you can see, this is quite a low poly mesh, and we don't really have a lot of settings within Viscom regarding this. We can choose either a detailed sharp, a detailed smooth, or a multi-view. I also opted over here for the quads in this case, as you can see. We can also generate a 3D standard. But overall, I think that Tripo managed to output a better distribution over here within the circular array of the wheel, while Viscom has managed to recreate the middle hub a little bit better in this case. So I'm really curious what's your opinion regarding this. I will also start testing the other tools such as CSM, Meshi, Rodin, as well as others to see which will recreate this Mecanum wheel better. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I will position a similar video on the left side, and I will also add a subscribe button to the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.